11th of September, Rabbi Moore, Parsha Hashavua with Rashi.
Okay, that's who I called.
I was actually, did I call you? No, I didn't.
Because it said you were notified on the message, but maybe that's a standard message.
Yeah, usually I have a pop-up. I don't know why. It's weird.
Okay,
Thanks for calling.
Okay, you're welcome.
okay. Actually, I tried to call you as well, but I didn't get through. Okay, fine. Let's go. We're up to Shani. Actually, I would like, Seitzei is like I mentioned before in the beginning of the week. It's got 74 different mitzvahs. Let's try. Maybe we got up to Shani yesterday. Let's skip. Let's go to the beginning of chapter 22. Elu.
Chapter 22. Chapter 22. Chapter 22. Okay, I see it. Lo sir'eh es shur achicha o es seo nidachim v'his alamta mehem hashev tishivim le'achicha. So it means you shall not see the ox of your friend, of your brother, or his lamb or kid cast off, and hide yourself from them. You shall surely return them to you.
When you said nidachim, how did you translate the word nidachim?
Nizachim, I have several translations here. I have hide yourself from them.
No, not talking about the word nidachim. Before that.
Nidachim, let's see. Oh, cast off.
Yeah,
The English says cast off, and I have a note says going or astray.
going astray. Yeah, going astray. That's best translation.
Okay, so Rashi says on the word vehis alamta kovesh ayin. He conceals the eye. Ke'ilu eno ro'ehu, as if he does not see.
Right. It's like he makes himself oblivious. Right? It means he really does, but he doesn't.
He makes himself look like he's oblivious or actually oblivious?
No, he's aware of it.
But he's pretending not to see it.
Right.
Lo sir'eh v'his alamta. Let's see. So Rashi says, Lo sir'eh oso v'tis alem mimenu. You shall not see it such that you hide yourself from it. Zahu pshuto. This is the simple meaning. V'ravo senu amru. But our rabbis say, or said, Hamim she ata mis alem v'chulahu. There are times when you hide yourself.
When you may hide yourself. Okay?
When you may hide yourself.
Right.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, so meaning, and the Gemara says, for instance, what are the examples where you may avoid, even though you see something, a lost item, you may avoid giving back to getting yourself involved to be obliged to give it back. Yeah, the Gemara gives basically two examples. Either Kohen b'beis hakvaros, right? The Kohen sees a lost item, right? And the lost item is in a beis hakvaros, and the Kohen is not allowed to go into a beis hakvaros
Mhm.
because he's not allowed to make himself tomei. By the way, if you see a child, a lost child, yeah, that's also
Yeah.
Hashavua Saveda. So it's no less. Then it's no less of a mitzvah to bring back a lost child as is to bring back lost property.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Anyway, so the Mefarshim explain over here because it's very strange. What is actually the prohibition? The prohibition is not to make yourself oblivious. Yet the Pasuk explains it in a very strange way. It says you mustn't see the ox of your brother or his sheep going astray, and you make yourself oblivious of them. It should say, "Lo sis aleim mishor achicha oy seyo hanidochim." Do not make yourself oblivious. Why do you say you mustn't see it and make yourself oblivious? So the Chayra, from here you see that the Torah Dafka expresses in such a way, Torah explains Dafka in such a way in order that that we can darshan it this particular way to tell you that sometimes you can make yourself oblivious. Whereas the Torah Dafka expresses it, don't see it that you would make yourself oblivious. To give the word visalamto, which is actually saying you. In other words, if you read it together with lo sire, you mustn't see and make yourself oblivious, then obviously means you mustn't make yourself oblivious. But the Torah expresses in such a way that sometimes the Torah expresses in a positive form to say to you that sometimes you can make yourself oblivious.
Huh.
So one of them is a kohen beis hakvaros, the other one is zokein ve'eino lefi kvodo, meaning walking, 70, 80-year-old man's walking down the street with a stick, and all of a sudden he sees this in the middle of the street, a doll's pram. Okay, a doll, like a doll's carriage. So what's he going to do? He says if he goes over and he sees, well, looks like lost property. So he's going to be pushing this doll's carriage through the street. So that's not a very it's a little bit beneath his dignity to do such a thing.
Right.
So then he's potter. Okay. Okay, let's see pasuk base. There.
Okay, right. It says ve'imlo karov achicha elecha ve'lo yadato ve'asafto el toch beitecha ve'haya imcha ad derosh achicha oto v'hashev oto lo. Okay, so if lo karov, your brother doesn't come close to you,
Meaning he's
oh,
not.
he's not near you. Oh,
He's not
okay,
near you. So
okay, okay. And you do not know him. Okay. You shall, let's see, a safta is usually collect, I guess, bring it to within your house. So you bring it within your house, okay, and it will be with you until your brother asks about it, and then, excuse me, you should return it to him. Okay, so you're going to protect the item until he realizes he lost it, I guess. Okay. Let's see. So this is ad derosh achicha, until your brother asks about it. V'kita ale al datcha sheyitnehu lo. Would you think that the one that I guess finds it would give it to him? I guess give it back to the person that lost it. Kodem sheyidrashehu, before he asked about it. Ella, okay, darshehu shelo yehe ramai. But if he asks him that he would not be, I'm not sure where the ramai is.
Sorry?
Ramai?
Is trickster.
Oh, a trickster. Ah. Okay, so he might be afraid of that. Wow.
Yeah, no, it's you put up a sign, right? And you say,
Yes.
I found a man's gold watch.
Okay.
The guy comes knocking on the door and you say, give a telephone number or an address. Guy calls you up. He says, oh, yeah, I lost the gold watch. Oh, really? Okay, fine. So you can come and get it. 1 second. He's just seen the sign. There's a gold watch. Maybe he's a liar. Maybe He's very interested in getting a gold watch for nothing.
Right.
So it means, therefore, you've got to inquire. Until your brother seeks it, meaning he shows that he's a reliable, not reliable, but he's a bona fide seeker. I mean, he's got a right, he's got grounds, because you ask him what kind of gold watch, what brand was it, or what was the color of the strap? Was it a gold strap or a regular strap? And all you've asked various questions like that to know if he really knows this was his watch or not.
Uh-huh. Okay, very good. So the Hashavua to lo. Then you return it to him. Shetehebo Hashavua, that there is a return in it. Shelo yochal b'veitecha kidei damav. Shelo yochal. Literally, you shouldn't eat. The amount of the house, of your house. Wow. Shouldn't eat the amount.
No. Yeah, shelo yochal b'veitecha kidei damav.
Because of money.
Meaning, the Torah is addressing it. There's no way that the Torah is going to oblige somebody who, in order to fulfill giving back lost property, that he should have a loss as a result.
Oh, okay.
So that's for sure. That, let's say he finds somebody's cow going astray. So he says he takes it home, and then he's got to feed the cow.
Uh-huh.
Actually, a cow is a little bit better because the mice has milk. So this way, so you say the cow can pay his board and lodgings,
Right.
right?
Uh-huh.
But if it's a bull, first of all, or a sheep, which doesn't really have much, a lamb doesn't have much milk, so it's going to, and it grazes and it can't do any work either. So a cow, generally, the bull can do work and the cow can produce milk. Sheep, they're basically, all it does is graze.
Right.
So there's not much. So its upkeep is going to be more than what technically, especially the owner is going to have to pay its upkeep for a long time, for a number of months, till the real owner comes back again. Okay, so then the one who's found it is going to run at a loss. So the Torah says you got to make sure that when you look after it, you are only obliged to look after it in a way that the finder who's looking after it will not incur a loss. So that's what the Pasuk says, the Rashi says over here. It's a heiba hashavua, that there be something to give back to the owner. What does that mean? Shelo yochal b'beischa. They shouldn't eat in your house. Kedei domov, the amount of what it's worth.
The amount. Oh,
And you're going to claim it from him. And that means this whole venture is going to be a loss for the owner of the sheep, let's say.
right.
Mikan Omru. So therefore, Rashi said, from here Chazal inferred Carry on. Kol davar.
Kol davar she'oseh v'ochel. Anything
na'aseh
that
v'yochel.
produces and eats, I guess.
Right. Which means I give you an example of a cow. A cow produces milk.
Uh-huh. Oh, okay. Produces okay. Yeah.
So there, a cow can pay its way. So therefore, even though you're going to have to look after the cow, feed it, but the mice, you're going to get a benefit from getting all its milk.
Right.
Okay, so then you should leave the cow as he is. You should have the cow, look after the cow and get the benefit of whatever you can from it. That's for sure. Something which it doesn't produce, like a sheep, let's say, you're not going to have any benefit from it, and it's going to cost you its upkeep. Then what you should do, better thing is, yimacher, should have it be sold.
You sells it.
Be sold. Okay.
Wow.
And then you have to give the money to the person who owns it.
Yeah.
So then you took.
It comes back 5 years later. He says, "Oh, where's my sheep gone?" So here you hand him over 2,000 shekel or whatever it is.
But you took a loss in that case. Your time that you spent finding it, schlepping it home, going to the market, selling it, storing money.
Maybe you can take a brokerage as well fee, a brokerage fee as well.
Oh.
Where are you going to get the fee from?
From the guy, from the owner.
So why don't you get anything else from the owner?
What do you mean?
The cost of the upkeep, the cost of feeding it. Get that from the owner too.
No, we have to make it that it's worthwhile for the owner. In other words, he's going to get something back.
He's going to get his sheep back. Let's say it's a ram. It doesn't give any produce.
Right.
So
okay, what's going to happen after you're going to look after it? The ram is worth, let's say, 2,000 shekel, and it costs 200 shekel a week, right? To give the upkeep of the ram. So after 10 weeks, right? So you've covered the cost of the ram itself. So let's say the owner turns up after 3 months. So he says, "Okay, you've got to pay me 2,600 shekel now because I've had to pay for the upkeep of the looking after this sheep." So the owner says, "Oh, thank you very much. The whole ram wasn't worth more than it wasn't worth that. You can go ahead and keep it." So Elamai says that what's the best for all concerned? What's the best solution in such a case is to go ahead and sell the ram. This way, maybe the owner of the ram will lose somewhat because he maybe has to pay brokerage to the finder for his tircha, whatever his trouble which he went to taking care of it. So he won't get 2,000 shekel, but at least he get 1,800 shekel back. Let's say he has to pay 200 shekel to the finder for his trouble. Whereas if he wouldn't sell it, then he'd be left up with nothing. So that's in each particular case, you've got to weigh up the two options. What is it best? To leave it under the finder's reshus, how do you say reshus? Under his authority, in his house, in the finder's house, and the owner has to pay the costs of the finder looking after it, right? Or and deduct any benefit which the finder may have had. So you have to calculate that. Is that the best option, or just go ahead and sell it? The finder should go ahead and sell it. And then the owner may have somewhat of a loss when it's sold because he's got to pay the trouble of the finder that he had to take care of selling it. On the other hand, he hasn't lost 2,000 shekel. He's only lost 200 shekel.
I find a watch. It's not a valuable watch. It's worth very little. It happens to have an inscription with a name on it, and I don't recognize the name.
Okay.
So I say to myself, this watch is not worth very much. It's not worth my time to pick it up and to go out of my way looking for the owner.
Well, what would it require to do so? What does it require to call to put in, I mean, if we're going to have a cost of putting an ad in a newspaper or something like that in a local one of these advertising what do you call it, there are magazines, you know, if it's not worth that, you know, right? Put up a sign in shul, saying I found a watch. How much does that cost? Few agorot. So
Well, there's my time. I'm concerned with my time. I don't want to have to spend my time doing this. I'm a lawyer. I make $100 an hour. It's going to take me 15 minutes. That means it's $25. The watch isn't worth $25.
You're right. So what you can either do is just pick it up and leave it in your thing. But the truth is, if you pick it up and take it home with you, that may be worse than just leaving it there.
So I should just leave it there, I guess, if I see it's not worth much.
Yeah, and in addition, it's not going to get damaged where it is. I mean, if it's in the middle of the street, when the next car is going to come, it's going to run over it and it's going to smash it to smithereens. So obviously, you should pick it up and just maybe put it at the side. You know what I mean? So all these are considerations which one has to take into account.
Very interesting.
Okay, we'll stop here. And Bez Hashem, tomorrow we'll pick up here on Pasuk Gimel.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Fine, have
thank
a
you,
great day.
Rabbi.
Great day. Be well.
Have a good day.
Here.
Okay. Take care, Lou.